But now suddenly over the weekend, we've seen an incredible update, a fantastic update, an earth-shattering update from the White House that Ron Klain, the White House chief of staff, a longtime Biden advisor, is now leaving. He's out. He's getting out of there. And who's coming in his place? Who's coming in his place, you ask? Jeff Zients. Jeff Zients. Who's Jeff Zients? So you're getting rid of a longtime Biden advisor, and they're bringing back in Jeff Zients. Jeff Zients is Bain Capital. Yeah, that's right. The same Bain Capital as Mitt Romney. Jeff Zients is a Wall Street guy, but he's always been a Wall Street guy who was aligned with the left. This is how the Uniparty works, by the way. They have one firm, Bain Capital, and they have a guy who says he's on the right, like Mitt Romney, and then a guy who says he's on the left, like Jeff Zients, but really, they're all the same group of people. They are the Uniparty. This is how Wall Street works. This is how the establishment works. So this guy Zients, who's he close to? Former President Obama and Hillary Clinton. Now the Uniparty is coming back, and they're taking over the reins of the White House. Ron Klain sees the writing on the wall. Because what's going on over this past weekend? More and more documents coming to light. Do you really believe me, or do you expect me to believe? Do you really expect me to believe that all of a sudden they just found these documents out of nowhere? Like, oh, whoops, we just woke up one day and found out that there were classified documents over there somewhere. No. Cut the crap. There's a reason the establishment and the regime is turning on President Biden. Rush Limbaugh, believe it or not, actually predicted that this would happen. Now, he said it would be about the laptop, not necessarily about classified documents, but that's not the point. He predicted that eventually you would see, this is Rush, not even me, you would see former President Obama using leverage to undercut President Biden from inside the White House, and that they would be using this to reestablish a path for a new candidate to come into office. Who's that candidate, you ask? Well, I'll tell you something. It ain't Kamala Harris. So what I've been told, and this is what we got from our White House official, our White House staffer. Let's just go into it. Because I asked, I said, what's going on with the shade war? Can you give us some background? Here are the notes. It's a madhouse. Nobody trusts each other in the slightest anymore. Advisors have been pointing fingers over leaks, and staffers loyal to those respective advisors have subsequently split into factions. The shade war as a conventional conflict is over. People on both sides are still conducting smear jobs, but it's mostly uncoordinated and carried out by extreme loyalists. Other than that, the White House has dissolved into a battle royale. Every man for himself.